Hi Joseph, how are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, today's topic is what can be done for felons. I'm going to ask you some questions and I want to hear your feedbacks. So, question number one: being a felon, how difficult is it for you to get a job?
First of all, I'm a three-time felon, so everything I'm speaking on behalf of life experiences, where I've experienced personally. For felons to be get a job, it's very difficult. For one, when you pull up somebody's background, the only thing you see is felon. You don't see if it was for driving or anything like that. So automatically, it throws a red flag to employers that are trying to hire you when they do a background check. Automatically, you're most likely your application is going to get pushed to the side or just thrown out altogether just because you're a felon.
Okay, I have another question. What can be done for felons that have made mistakes when they were young and want to make a change in their lifetime?
As of right now, in 2015, I don't see anything being done about it right now. Um, you see the state our world's in right now. To me, that's the least of the White House or whoever makes these laws. It's the least of their problems, in my personal opinion. Um, right now, there's nothing that can be done for us felons. We're just stuck with it. Got to go around with it. Hopefully, we get a job that doesn't do background checks. When I do application, I make sure that I put on there that um, when it says check yes or no for a felon, I just put no, and hopefully they don't do background check on me.
Okay. Being in jail, what can be done for people in there that can change their life and make them want to stay away from that situation?
Right now, um, there's nothing really that the system is doing to rehabilitate felons or people that's on drug abuse and all that stuff. There's nothing in the jail system. They stopped letting you get degrees in jail. They took out the weight system. There's really nothing to do. All you do when you go to jail, and I'm talking personally on county, the only thing you do in there is sit and just do your time. You don't reading's hard to come by. You don't get you really can't get an education or learn a trait to help you better when you get out into the field, into the world.
All right. What can be done to people that are in jail to rehabilitate them?
There's a lot that could be done, but like I said, I don't know if the government doesn't want to waste the tax dollars on it or they don't think it's important. But there's nothing, like I said, all you do when you go to county, all you do is sit in there and do your time. I think if they brought stuff in there like letting you get education, maybe having you volunteer, maybe having people that know certain trades like mechanics, construction workers, things that felons can do that they're not going to run a background check with. If they had people come in there and volunteer and show us traits that we could use to go back into the field. Because a lot of people that get locked up, they don't really know. They're in there for stealing or something because they don't really know anything. They weren't taught how to train or trained to do any specific job. So if they had things that you could do in there to help you with a career or things like that, I think the crime rate would go down and the success rate for turning turning your life around as a felon or criminal, I think that rate would go up extremely.
Okay. Why is it difficult for people that been in jail to get back out the system?
Um, it's very difficult for when you get in the system, no matter who you are, because for one, your fingerprints took in DNA swabs, so everywhere you go that follows you. Once you get locked up, you have a specific number and you're labeled. There's really it's hard to get out of the system because there's a saying that goes, and this is all through jails and all through county. Once in the system, always in the system. It's virtually impossible if you get out once you're in. That's it's gonna follow you around forever. There's nothing you can do to take it off or right your wrongs because that's gonna, especially for felons, because that's always gonna follow you. It's gonna follow you no matter where you go.
Okay. Why is it for people that commit or didn't commit a crime, 10 years it's still held against them?
This is one a topic that I do not know why this is. There's a lot of things in life. Once a certain time passes, okay, it gets off your record. Once a certain period time passes, you don't hear about it anymore. With felons, I don't know why. If you go 10 years straight without committing another felony or committing a same crime, I don't understand why it can't be off your background. You should be rewarded for staying good for so long. I was locked up with a guy that was 53. He hasn't done nothing since 1980 or something like that. And that felony that he did, I think was um, like robbery or something like that, grand theft, something like that. But it was still following him to this day. And there's no reason. If he was good all those years, why shouldn't he be rewarded by it being off his record?
Okay. If you are convicted of a crime, how can you prove to the state that you have changed and won't make the same mistake again?
All right now they don't have a way where you can prove to the state that you're not going to do it again. They don't really have nothing that you can show. Listen, I've gone good all this time. I've changed. I want to do better. I want to be successful in life. They don't really have nothing. So I figure if you go a certain amount of time without committing another crime, why not get the reward of it being off your record? There's no way you can be successful if these felonies follow you around for the rest of your life. You can't. Like right now, I have two felonies in driving on revoked. It's virtually impossible for me to get any driving job. And right now, it's hard for me because of my felony. I think I got it's two driving on revoked, but it's virtually impossible for me because when I get a job, all they see is those two felonies. Yes, I have another felony, but that's some other topic.
All right. In most cases, felons are the most hardest worker. Why?
Um, and I think in all cases, felons or people that have it harder are harder workers because they know this is the last. They don't know if they're going to get another job. They don't know if they're gonna somebody's going to hire them. So they work their hardest right there at that job just so they can keep it and stick to it because might not get another opportunity. It's like a person, for example. It's like a person that's ugly in features or doesn't get many people. When they get with somebody, they they try to be the best person they can because they don't know if the next time they're going to get somebody. That's a terrible explanation, but I mean, terrible example. But that's what I'm saying. Felons are hard workers, and minorities are hard workers because they don't know the next time they're going to get an opportunity. So by all these jobs denying us because of our felon, or felons, um, or I mean felonies, they're actually hurting themselves, but they're hurting us too because if you had a family, wouldn't you want to do anything you could to feed your family? All right, if we can't find a job anywhere, how are we going to survive? We were just supposed to what? All right, you're going to go out there and get it the best way you know how. If these jobs are not even giving us a chance to prove ourselves, how else are we going to feed our family? Just the other day, I was fired because of my background. They called me up and said they could no longer keep me employed because they did a background check on me. But I was there on time. I was working. I was showing up ahead of time, taking shifts, no call outs. I wasn't requesting days off. I was doing all that and still got let go because of my background. When there's people that work way less than me, live right down the road, and oh, I can't come to work because I don't have a way. You live 2 blocks down, you can't just walk here? It doesn't really make sense to me. That's the reason why I'm making this video. All right, this has been my name is Joseph Willis. Share it, like it, comment. Tell me what you think. If I'm right or wrong, let me know. I'm trying to get this word out here. Comment and share. I have a whole bunch more topics that I can elaborate on, but I'm gonna see what this one does. So, thank you.